So I had the same initial reaction that you did. I teach a class at Yale. And your immediate thought is, oh my gosh, these kids are going to, students can just go and tell it to write their essays. But in fact, as you think about it, it really is, it would be a terrible mistake for schools to ban Chatgpt. And the reason is that our students are growing up in a world where artificial intelligence is intertwined with absolutely every aspect of their lives, and it's only going to get more so. And by ignoring ChatGPT, by ignoring these emerging technologies, it's not going to make them go away. What we actually need to do is to help these students understand how to use them, what are the perils, what are the flaws, how to use them responsibly, because they are going to inherit this world where they're going to be leading the way. And so it's just completely unrealistic. One of the things, Becky, that I was really struck by, you mentioned New York wants to ban this technology in schools. What I was really struck by is their reasoning was it's going to hurt critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Yet, if we're trying to teach critical thinking and problem-solving skills in a vacuum, not in the real world, it's not going to help these students. They actually need to understand how to interrogate and understand the flaws and understand how to use this stuff responsibly.
That's a very...
This robot named Flippy runs the fry station at a White Castle outside of Chicago. With its mechanical arm and using computer vision technology, Flippy can cook everything from French fries and onion rings to cheese sticks. White Castle said it plans to add 100 Flippies to its kitchens nationwide. The company also makes a streamlined version of Flippy 2 called Flippy Light, as well as a drinks dispenser named Sippy. Flippy Light is currently being tested in restaurants by Chipotle.
And what Flippy Light is designed to do is to take one item that requires frying and just cook the heck out of it all day long.
Fewer teenagers in the workforce and fear of COVID have been a drain on fast food restaurants. Job openings at restaurants and hotels reached 1.3 million in November 2022, the 20th consecutive month with over 1 million vacancies. Bars and restaurants make up about 90% of those positions. Hard-to-fill positions have forced chains to push hourly wages to new highs.
The wages have been very low in these industries. They've really been very much pegged to the minimum wage, so that when the minimum wage has been allowed to decline in real terms, that is, it hasn't kept up with inflation, then those jobs get progressively less and less attractive.
Labor is one of the biggest costs restaurants face, averaging about 25 to 30% of sales. McDonald's said it would reach an average of $15 an hour by 2024 at all company-owned restaurants. Starbucks said it was bringing its pay floor for U.S. baristas to $15 an hour. Gen Z consumers made 5 billion restaurant visits in the year ending July 2020.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, we have the Chatgpt, the bot making his rounds on CNBC. And we know Bill Gates put in $1 billion back in 2019. So guys, this is not by chance. And just like the cell phone era guys, they told us, hey, it's just for emergencies. Now people can't do without their cell phone. And this generation, nobody remembers numbers. And with this chat bot, they won't even be thinking anymore. And guys, we know this is the agenda behind it. We know there was an agenda when social media came. And New York is definitely right for trying to ban it. And we can see the Yale professor clearly reading off a piece of paper. But if you can just put in a topic and it writes your whole essay, we know kids do not need access to this technology. They want you to think that these computers are smarter than you. There is nothing more advanced than the human brain. The problem is we don't download the correct information. We have kids on TikTok dancing instead of learning. We know the difference between China's TikTok and the Western world's TikTok. If you're going to give these kids access to this chatbot, teach every last one of them how to code first, and then they'll be able to control it. Because we know these kids in elementary should definitely know how to code even before they get into middle school or high school. because we can see technology is moving fast forward. And guys, you know, I've done plenty of videos on the shorts. I've done videos on all this technology coming in, the robots, algorithms, and drones. And we know teamwork makes the dream work. Patreon member sent me this. White Castle is going to be using Flippy. And we know all these fast food restaurants are going to turn to automation. You may have 2 people working inside of a store at max just to watch the machines do the work. Like Andrew Yang stated, technology is going to run through this economy. And that's the reason why universal basic income is so important. That free money that they're going to airdrop, but they're going to tell you what, where, and when and how to buy, and then you have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. Those CBDCs and stable coins are going to be able to control you, and then also the machines will be able to pay each other. Now, guys, on 11/11, and we know the spiritual meaning behind it, we had the FAA halt all airplanes for the first time since 9/11, and we know that's not by chance. And then coming tomorrow, we have Friday the 13th. And we know there's biblical meaning behind that. Now, we know the NWO chooses dates for a reason. We know how important numerology is. But guys, they're definitely cooking up something. I don't know exactly what it is, but we know they only need one more crisis in order to fully bring in this 4th industrial revolution. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.